What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, y'all. Let's get down to this whole situation. Let's talk about Tamar Braxton, Chrisean Rock, and also James Wright. It is going down in this situation. Now, the tour manager from the Love and War tour, he speaks on the situation because he was there. He's seen exactly what went on, and now he's explaining it. So listen to what he got to say, and we'll get back to it.
What happened? What happened? Well, who was there? Who can, like, what? Everybody's screaming, what happened? What happened? At this point, Chrisean is like, yes, I was on the side of the stage. I was there. And I was like, okay. And I'm trying to calm everybody down. Just let's do this, a peaceful conversation, because Chrisean is upset. She's very upset. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, okay, let's calm down. Like, everybody, let's talk this thing out or whatever. And then a few more talking. And then James comes in the room. So at this point, it's me, Chrisean, David, Mooney, Tamar, James. James comes in the room and notices that Chrisean is upset. By the mirror, Chrisean is on the right-hand side. James is right next to her. He was consoling her. And I was literally right next to James. And Tamar asking James, well, what happened? Why didn't Chrisean go out there during the twerk session? And James said, we was looking for her on the side of the stage, and she was not on the side of the stage. And Chrisean got very upset, and she was like, I was on the side of the stage. I was there. Where else would I go, man? You lying. Like, that's cap. I was on the side of the stage. Like, I was there on the side of the stage. And James said, no, you wasn't. We caught for you there. Chrisean said, say I wasn't there one more time. Say I wasn't there on the side of the stage one more time. James was like, I'm telling you, we was calling you, and you bop, 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 bop. I'm like, oh, shit. Literally happened just like that. And here I am, like, this girl just hit this boy a couple of times with them big rings on her finger. And I'm just like, no, this is not happening. This is not happening. This is not James, David, Mooney, Tamar in that room. I want to address the assault. It breaks my heart that we even have to go this route and even have to go back and forth on social media. For those that don't know, I am the tour manager for Tamar Braxton, the Love and War tour. Tamar was trying to figure out why didn't Chrisean go out during the twerk session? And she's looking at me, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, Chrisean, I don't know why she didn't go out. So Chrisean breaks down and starts crying. And I felt bad, and the Holy Ghost in me, because I get everywhere with me, I began to give her a hug and everything like that, because I like Chrisean. I like her. And, and I was like, I don't want to see nobody with their feelings hurt, or I don't want nobody feeling some sort of way, because there was a big line of miscommunication that took place. So I began to try to comfort her and hug her and be like, no, don't cry, because it's not that, you know what I'm saying? Nobody was trying to, I don't want you to feel no sort of way. And this was just in the dressing room. And this was me, Chrisean, and Tamar. She felt embarrassed, and she felt like, that this is just like, that shouldn't happen to her, because, she was just prepared to go out during the twerk session, and that time had come and she didn't go out. So Tamar is still asking, like, well, what happened? What happened? Why didn't she go out? And I'm like, shit, I'm trying to figure out what happened too. So David and Mooney come in. They both do makeup. And we're all at this point talking about what happened. Tamar is saying, Mooney, what happened? Mooney was saying that Chrisean was not on the side of the stage, and when it was time for the twerk part. Mooney is a choreographer, and he also does makeup. Mooney was saying Chrisean was not on the side of the stage. So, like, well, what?
So you guys just heard what the tour manager said went down. And it seems like Chrisean was actually talking to Dave. She was talking to the tour manager. Then Tamar walked in the room, and when she was talking to the tour manager and she was talking to Dave, they was basically saying, okay, you're not performing. You were supposed to perform, but where were you? And then that's when James came in the room, and James said, because Tamar asked James, how come she didn't go on stage during the twerking section? And James said she was supposed to be on the side of the stage, and he went to go look for her, and she wasn't there. So right now, he's saying, James is saying, and the other guy, Dave, is saying that when it comes to Chrisean, she was supposed to be waiting on the edge of the stage and she wasn't there, and they went to go see her. So therefore now her set is over, and now Chrisean is frustrated, she's upset, and she's going back and forth with these guys, and she may probably feel like, oh, they could have did more, or they could have did something basically to help her make sure that she was supposed to be performing. I don't know if she was actually at the location on the side of the stage where they told her to be. Who knows if they told her to be somewhere else, if the message got confused or whatever went on with the whole situation. But Chrisean, now you can tell that she felt like she got played. And as the tour manager, Tamar and David and James been in the room, they're basically telling her she can't perform. She missed her performance, and now she's heartbroken because she went there with the intentions of performing, and now she missed out on that opportunity, and she probably feels like a failure, and like what happened, and she probably feels like they set her up, and she probably feels like they could have did more, and she was standing on the side of the stage. They said she wasn't standing there. There have been some reports where people were saying that Chrisean was trying to get her friend inside of the venue, or she was on a phone call, and that's why she missed her performance. But why did the first guy that came out bashing, LaTroy, came out bashing Chrisean, saying, you know, that she wasn't supposed to perform, she wasn't supposed to be there? Now you have the tour manager saying, yes, she was supposed to perform, and yes, she's supposed to do her show. So it seems like Chrisean must have felt like they set her up. Maybe she was in another location. Maybe she was there, but she missed her performance, and she feels like it's their fault. So them saying, hey girl, you wasn't there. She said, say it again, I wasn't there. Say it again, I wasn't there. And then she took off swinging on James, and she do have all them rings and brass knuckles. So in any event, the situation is crazy. It was miscommunication. I wonder if they said to her, maybe you can form later on, maybe, you know, you'll help close the show or something. And at this point, Chrisean feel like they played her. Chrisean feel like they lying to her, and when she feels that way, she's gonna go all in, and that's what she did. She started bopping James because James said, I went to go see you, you wasn't over there. So now she's thinking that James is the problem, but she was arguing with the tour manager, as you seen in the previous video, and David Mooney, or whatever the case may be. And then James came in and said, girl, you wasn't where you supposed to be at, you wasn't in your location. And she said, oh no, say it again. And so it looks like, damn, Chrisean was pissed, and she felt like they set her up, which they probably didn't. But at the same time, the way that homeboy came out, you know, disrespecting her, calling her all types of low life, he probably felt a certain type of way because he just saw his friend get assaulted. And then on top of that, it was like for a minor reason. What you guys might think is minor is a big deal to Chrisean, and she needs to learn how to communicate better and walk away from a situation. Like, you gotta wake up, child, you gotta wake up, girl, because there's insurance at these performances and things of that nature, which James, they got insurance. You have to be insured, having all them people there, and the people that's on stage have to be insured while they're going there. So is the insurance paying for James' teeth? Is the insurance paying for, you know, his hospital bill? It's a really terrible thing. It's really a bad thing that he got swung on and he got beat up. That is a whole mess. And Chrisean said in her earlier video that, you know, he didn't hit her back. Nobody hit her back. You know, at that time and point, Chrisean went back to a defenseless child, and she swung on that man. And that's crazy. And she feel like they played her. She feel like they played games, and she feel like she should have performed. And so she just feel like time wasted. And Chrisean is trying to get her name out here more. She's trying to do a lot of things different from being with Blue. But if you go to Baddies, that whole situation that went down with Natalie Nunn and the girls on the first season, and then all these other people that she come in contact with, she always thinks somebody got her back, and they really don't be having her back. But in this whole situation, it was definitely miscommunication. Chrisean should have definitely not swung on him. Definitely not, because if she didn't swing on him and she walked away and say, I ain't gonna never mess with Tamar, I ain't gonna never mess with Tamar crew, and got online and said that, that would have been even much more powerful than her, you know, putting a pause on him, because now it's just it's just reckless. It's reckless behavior, and it's crashing out, and there's no need to crash out because it's not life or death. It's not life threatening situation. And she has to learn how to communicate better and understand, like, people do try you. People are going to try you. People try you when you're just going to, the grocery store, you're going to the bank, or you're going to the library, or you're going to the museum, or you checking into hotels, or you're going to the doctor's office. People will try you, and you have to be able to hold yourself back, and you have to be able to communicate with them in the way that they're communicating with you, so because you can read what they're saying and you understand what they're saying, and you can dish it back, and you can go back and forth with them, and you can do it in the best way. If they want to be passive aggressive, you can too, but when you're passive aggressive with Chrisean, she's gonna swing on you. And it may have been more that was said, and you already know Chrisean, she hits first and asks question later. She gave the guy the warning. She gave James the warning. Say it again. Then James said it again. When someone say, hey, yo, that didn't happen, say it again. When someone say it again, that means that they're ready to take off on you. And I guess they didn't pick up on that street language, and he got taken off on, which is very unfortunate. And hopefully Chrisean will wake up, because she has the world at her palm tips. She has the world. She has, engagement in so many different ways. She can get canceled. You know what I mean? And people don't want her, or people say, if you have this person at your venue, if you have this person at your club, we're not going to do business with you. Like, all that can happen. So, you got a blessing. You are blessed. So you need to walk away. And when others are being rude and disrespectful, you got to walk away. It makes you the bigger person, because you can take them on. You can beat them. You saving them. You giving them grace. Peace.